भक्तिसिद्धांत सरस्वती भूषण प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णविंद की जय। नामाचार्य विशील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तविंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप धाम की जय। स्वामी तो भक्तविंद की जय। All glories to the assembled Lord. All glories to the assembled.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Maya
Maya
Javanika
Javanika
Achchana
Achchana
Agya
Agya
Adhokshajam
Adhokshajam
Avyayam
Avyayam
Nalakshye
Lakshye
Mudha
Mudha
Drsha Nato
Nato
Natya
Natya
Dharo
Dharo
Yata
Yata
Maya Javanika Channam
Maya Javanika Channam
Maya Javanika Channam
Maya Javanika Channam
Agyadhokshajam Avyayam
Agyadhokshajam Avyayam
Agyadhokshajam Avyayam
Agyadhokshajam Avyayam
Nalakshashe Mudhadrsha
Nalakshase Mudha Krishna
Nalakshase Mudhadrsha
Nalakshase Mudha Drisha
Nato Natya Dharo Yata
Nato Natya Dharo Yata
Nato Natya Dharo Yata
Nato Natya Dharo Yata
Maya Javanika Channam
Maya Javanika Chanam
Agyadhokshajam Avyayam
Agyadhokshajam Avyayam
Nalakshase Mudhadrsha
Nalakshase Mudha Drisha
Nato Natya Dharo Yata
Nato Natya Dharo Yata
Maya Javanika Channam
Maya Javanika Chanam
Agyadhokshajam Avyayam
Agyadhokshajam Avyayam
Nalakshase Mudhadrsha
Nalakshase Mudha Drisha
Nato Natya Dharo Yata
Nato Natya Dharo Yata.
Being beyond the range of limited sense perception, the eternally irreproachable factor covered by the curtain of diluting energy, you are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized.
Maya Javanika Achchanyam Agya adhukhajam abvayam na lakshasi muradisha natu natadharo yatha. So, one side is Maya Javonika Chandam. Maya, this illusory energy, is covering with the curtain. Just like we are seeing the deity, but if there is a curtain, we cannot see. Similarly, there is a curtain which is illusory energy, Maya. Big scientists, they cannot see what is behind this material nature. They cannot understand. Because the Maya, this wonderful material energy, is acting in such a big curtain, they cannot understand that beyond this there is something else. They cannot understand. Maya jaunika achannam, illusory energy. They are thinking this material energy working, that is everything. Nothing beyond this. The whole world is covered. This is one side. And the other side, agya maya javanika channam. Agya, these materialistic persons, they are agya, when they have no sufficient knowledge. Unless one develops the light of knowledge, Satagun. Satagun is the light of knowledge. Rajagun and Tamagun is darkness. Ignorance and passion. In this stage, one cannot understand what is Krishna, what is God. Agya. Rajastama bhava. As you have discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam, Rajastama bhava, those who are infected with the two kinds of material modes, means Rajagun and Tamagun, they are simply busy, Kama and Lobha. They are busy only, those who are passionate, they are simply busy for sense gratification, and those who are in ignorance, in darkness, they have no eyes to see. So these two classes of men, mostly people are infected with these two kinds of modes of material nature. Rajasthan, the whole world, at the present moment especially, mostly ignorance, and some of them are passionate. That passionate tendency is engaging them for so many industries and very strong work, ugra karma. Ugra karma. Ugra karma means very strong, what this should be, the English word, ugra. Ugra, just like chili, pungent, there are many things. They are very strong in taste. So Ugra Karma, these, just like they are building 150 stories building. People can live comfortably in a small cottage or one-storied house or little more, but no, they're increasing. Their passionate activities are increasing. Just like in your country, in New York, now there is 104-storied building or more than that. Some building, 110. Two of them, they are increasing. They are thinking by increasing the stories more and more, that is advancement of civil. That how long it will increase. If you make 1,000,000 stories, it is unlimited. That we can see. So many aeroplanes are running in the sky. What is that? Still, it is vast. So many Sputniks are running in the sky. Still, it is vast. So it is simply desire that if I make a 150-storied house, then my life is successful. So in this way, instead of not wasting valuable time of this human life, they are simply wasting time in this way. That is also explained in the Ramayana, just the Ravan, he wanted to make a staircase up to the heavenly planet. It is like that. Ugragam. Oh, why they are doing so? Agya. Agya, foolish people. Now if we say that you are all foolish, rascal people, you are wasting your time in this way, they will think us crazy, and they think us like that we do not recommend these things. So, it is very, very difficult to understand Krishna in this condition, in this situation. Maya, Javanika, Chandam and Agya, foolish people, Agya. And the other side, Krishna is Adhokhaja. Even one is advanced in knowledge. Our knowledge means we manufacture words or syllables from A to Z, that's all. ABCD. We compose words with these 26 or how many? A to Z? Yes. That is, and in Sanskrit, as in English, it is A to Z. Similarly, in Sanskrit, O, A, I, U, and the end is Ksha. So, O and Ksha, that is called Aksha. Akshaja, and Ja means generated. So we also compose words, those who are Sanskrit scholars, they compose words from O to Aksha. Just like English, they compose words from A to Z. So our mental speculation and advancement of education is limited between these O and Aksha. Aksha. Akshaja. But Krishna is Adhokhaja. Adhokhaja means where these kinds of speculation beginning from O to Ksha will not act. Therefore his name is Adhokhaja. Adhakrita. Cut down. Why they are going? They are busy in some other work. ugra karma. Without hearing, what he will do? Nonsense. Savanam kirtanam, this is our main business. Savanam. If you don't hear, what he will do? He will do simply sense gratification. That's all. So this is difficulty, that we are not very much interested in hearing. And that is the main business. Our bhakti begins, Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu. We have to hear and we have to speak. But if we are not interested in hearing and speak, then it will be the same Thakurbari. Simply formula, that's all. And gradually it will be stopped. Unless there is life of Sravanam Kirtanam, these big building, temples, will become burden. See, if we want to create burden for future, then we may give up this hearing and chanting and sleep very nicely. It will be burden. Galagraha. Not Shivigraha, but Galagraha. Galagraha. Shivigraha means worshipable deity. So if we give up this Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu, then it will be thought that our Guru Maharaj has given a burden in the neck. Galagraha. This is the danger. So we must be very much alert in Savanam Kirtanam, otherwise all this labor will be futile. This building will be only the nest for the doves and the pigeons. That is the danger. That is being done. Nobody is interested. Such things. Now, who can understand Krishna? There are so many impediments. One side there is curtain of Maya, another side everyone is rascal and fool, and another side Krishna is beyond your sense perception. This is the position. How much one must be alert? Then one can understand. Just like the Goswami. This Krishna is so easy thing to be understood. But there is process. So if we do not adopt the process, then how we can understand Krishna? These are the so many difficult things. One thing is the Maya is checking. Maya is trying to put stumbling block for your advancement of spiritual life. Maya javanika channam. And the other side, we are all fools and rascals. And again, Krishna is adhokhaja, beyond the range of sense perception. This is the position. See, unless we become very serious to understand Krishna, it is very, very difficult to understand Krishna. Maya javanika channam. One side, Kunti said, Antadvahi avasthitam. Krishna, you are within Ishara Sarvabhutanam Riddeshe. Krishna is not far away. Krishna is always with you. He is so friendly that just like two birds, it is said in the Upanishad, one bird is eating the fruit of the tree, another bird is simply guiding and seeing. Because this material world, living entity, wanted to enjoy. Just like you have seen that the dog and the master. The master is so friendly to the dog out of love. It is a dog, but when it is passing stool, he is waiting. Why? Is the duty of the master to wait because the dog is passing stool? No, out of love. Out of love. We can see from practical example. Similarly, the master may be a great millionaire, but still he loves the dog so much that in the morning walk he takes his dog and the dog is passing urine. What business dog has got? To pass urine and stool and go this way and that way. But the master is attending. Similarly, God or Krishna is so affectionate that we have come here in this material world simply to pass stool and urine. Still he is attending. Still he is attending. Just imagine what merciful is Krishna. In the Upanishad says the two birds, the one bird is Paramatma. Krishna has become Paramatma. It is stated in the Bhagavad Gita that Khetra, Khetragya, there are two things. One is this Khetra, this body. Khetra, just the field. Just like you are tilling the field. And the tiller, the Krishna. Similarly, we have got this field and we are growing our own, harvesting our own grains, just like you are doing. So according to our labor, according to our attempt, we are getting food grains. Similarly, we have got this body and I am, the spirit soul is the tiller. So according to my karma, I am getting the result. So, similarly, not only I am there, but Krishna is also there. He is seeing what you are doing. What you want more. Sarvasya chahang ridisannivishta, Krishna says. I am sitting in everyone's heart. Why? Just to give him the facilities. This rascal, living being, has come to this material world to till the field to get some result. All right, let him do that. Just like children play on the beach, do all nonsense, and the father sits. All right, you have finished your business, come on. So Krishna is like that. He is simply seeing we are acting so nonsensically, and Krishna is giving us the same way. The dog passing stool and urine, the master is attending. Or the father is saying, the children are playing on the beach, they are making big house on the sand, and it has nothing, no value. But Krishna, the father is giving the opportunity. All right, do it. So Krishna is giving us all the facilities. But we are so full that we cannot understand that Krishna is so friendly. That is, it is said, na lakshasi muladisha. They cannot see because muladisha. Mula means rascal and drisha means seeing. They have no power to see. A mudha cannot see. Rascals, they cannot see. They are very much proud. Can you show me God? But they do not think whether I am qualified to see. They are very much proud of this eye. So what is the value of this eye? Therefore Krishna says, yes, you can see me, but according to my direction. You see me, rasoham apsukontiya. You can see, it is very easy for you. You see me in the water. While you drink water, you see me. I am the taste. So everyone drinks water and he gets some taste, otherwise why is drinking water? So that taste, if you remember that here is Krishna. simply by tasting water, simply by drinking water. If you follow Krishna's instruction, one day you will be devotee. Krishna is so kind. Simply by drinking water. Simply we have to know how to see Krishna. Therefore Kunti Devi says, Na lakshasi mudha disha. The mudha, the rascal, is so foolish. Krishna says that you see me in the taste of water, but this rascal, this is humbug. This is humbug. How in the taste Krishna is there? I want to see in my own eyes. Well, you haven't got that eyes. Just develop your eyes gradually. Just like one is suffering from some eye disease. So, take some medicine. Then gradually your eyesight will be improved. Take the spectacle, some power, then more power, more power. But they will not take the instruction of Krishna, the instruction of spiritual master, so they want to remain muradrisha, rascal and fool. And still they want to see Krishna. This is the difficulty. Na lakshasi muradrisha. If you do not improve your eyes according to the direction of Shastra, Sadhu, Shastra, Guru, these three things, then how will you see Krishna? Krishna is saying that is Shastra. Shastra means what is said by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is Shastra. And Guru says the same thing. And Sadhu says the same thing. Sadhu, Guru test means they do not change the words of Krishna. They do not say, now I have manufactured something. Krishna says that you can see me in the taste of water. I can say that you can see in this way. You see me and you will see Krishna. That's the Mahabharata says. You think of me. In the Aurobindo ashram, they have no other business. The disciples are advised that whatever you like you can do, you should always think of Aurobindo. Just like Krishna says, Manmana bhava mad bhakta madhyaji mang namaskuru. I inquired from the inmates of the Aurobindo ashram. So I mean, what do you do that we think of Aurobindo? Because Aurobindo thinks that he is Krishna. As Krishna says, Manmana bhava mad bhakta. So they advise that you think of me. So the inmates, they think and smoke bidi and cigarette, that's all. I've seen it. So these things are going on, murodesha. If we want to remain murodesha, then it will be difficult for us to see Krishna. We have dedicated our life to see Krishna, to talk with Krishna, to play with Krishna, to have Krishna as our son, to have Krishna as our friend, to have Krishna as our lover. If this is our ambition, then we should not remain muradrisha. Foolishly. So we have to follow the Mahajana Jinagara, as Kunti's advice. Kunti she knows how to see Krishna. She knows here is Krishna, although he is playing the part of my brother's son, nephew, but actually he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just like Arjuna. Arjuna, he was talking like friend, but when he saw that it is impossible to solve this problem, I am inclined not to fight and kill my relatives, but the duty is to kill them. It is a very perplexed position. So therefore, he accepted Krishna as Guru. He said that I do not find anyone else who can solve this problem. Therefore, Krishna, I am surrendering unto you. Shishyasteham sadhimang prapanna. Now we are not talking as friend. I accept you as Guru. When one accepts somebody as Guru, he cannot argue. That is the condition. Pranipatena sampurna. Fully surrendered. Otherwise there is no meaning of making a Guru. It is not like that. A pet dog that everyone makes Guru and let me have a Guru. But that is not the Guru means, first of all, the condition is pranipat, fully surrender. Not that if I like, then I shall carry your order, and if I don't like, then I shall not do it. That is not acceptance of Guru. Pranipat, first of all, we must agree. So, because friends and friends talking, a friend may agree with his friend, he may not agree. That is friendly talk. But Arjuna became Shishyasteham. I am now your Shishya, disciple. Now there is no question of disagreeing with him. Whatever he will say, I will accept. So at last, Krishna said, surrender unto me. And Arjuna did it. That is the whole purpose of Bhagavad Gita. He changed his decision. He changed. He did not want to fight. That was his decision. But when he accepted Krishna as Guru, and he said that he must fight, it is my desire. Even you don't fight, these people are not going back home. They will be killed here. That is my already planned. So these things are discussed in the Bhagavad Gita. So if we remain mudadrisha, in spite of opening our eyes in so many ways, by Krishna, by Guru, by Shastra, still, if we remain mudadrisha, then how we can see Krishna? That is not possible. Therefore it is said, na lakshase mudadrisha. If we keep our eyes still, mudha, illusion, then we cannot see. How? Nato nato dharo jatha. Exactly. Krishna, just like one of my relatives, he is playing before me. But because I am muradrisha, my eyesight or my intelligence is not correct, I am seeing that somebody else. I see that my relative, my brother or father or friend is dancing on the stage, but he is dressed in such a way that in spite of being present in my front, I cannot recognize. So if we remain mudadrisha, then we cannot see Krishna. Otherwise, Krishna is everywhere. Akhilatma bhuta. In the Brahma Samhita it is said, Goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuta. Although he is living in Goloka Vrindavan, he is everywhere. Then how can I see Premanyana churita bhakti vilochanena santas sadaiva hridayeshu vilok. Those who have developed love for Krishna, they can see always 24 hours Krishna, nothing but Krishna. This is the process. So we have to increase our attachment, our love for Krishna. Maya sakta mana pratha jugam junjana madasraya. This is also explained. Everything is there. Maya sakta. We have to increase our attachment for Krishna, our love of Krishna. Then we shall see Krishna always. Premanjana chirita bhakti vilochanena santas sadaiva hridaya jang shyama sundaram achinta gunasarupam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. These are the practical experience of Mahajan, Brahma. The Brahma Samhita is written by Brahma. He is Mahajan. Mahajan means the person who knows Krishna. The Mahajans are described in 12 Mahajans. Narada Swambhu Shambhu. Narada is Mahajan. And Brahma is Mahajan, Swambhu. And Lord Shiva is Mahajan, Kapila, Kumara, Manu, Prahlada, Bhishma. The Mahajans are there. So we have to follow Mahajana Jaina Gatasya Pantha. We should not remain Murhadrisha. We should follow the Mahajan and the Sadhu, Shastra, and they recommend the most important process is Savanam. Chinnatang Sakata Krishna, Punna Savana Kirtana. If you don't hear about Krishna, then how we will make advance? We have to hear. My Guru Maharaj was very kind upon me because I was very much interested to hear him. That you know. I hear him. I did not understand him, actually. In the beginning, I could not understand him. He was speaking in so high philosophical way that it was not. Still, I wanted to hear. That was my only qualification. So, then, it is the process. During lecture time, if we don't care to hear, or we do other things, or take rest, that is not very good sign. We should be very much careful. Then we shall remain murhadrisha, natu nattu dharo jatha. We have taken the vow to see Krishna, to understand Krishna. We should be very, very serious and do the needful. Then our life will be successful. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा। आशा करते हैं कि आपको आवाज ठीक से सुनाई दे रही होगी। So let us begin with our Q&A. It's a very wonderful class by Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada started his lecture with how the Maya is putting the curtain. He gave an example that with a curtain we cannot see the Lord. While the curtain is up, so we cannot see the Lord. Similarly, Maya is also putting the curtain. So then in that context, Prabhupada was saying that the big scientists, they also get bewildered because the Maya is putting curtain and they cannot see the Lord. So then Prabhupada was coming to the point of Agya. There is no sufficient knowledge. And why there is no sufficient knowledge? So what is the reason? So the question is that what is the reason that people in the world, they do not have the sufficient knowledge of Krishna? Hiram Guru, can you pass on? Okay, Mohit Guru, can you?
Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada was telling about the two people. First of all, because people are foolish and mainly they are in Rajogun and Tamogun.
Yes.
That's why they are not able to understand. Mainly in the Rajogun, like they are doing Ugra Karma, like they're building tall buildings, and like he also gave example of Ravana. He wanted like create a staircase to the heavenly planets, so like that.
Okay. So if somebody wants to if somebody wants to gain the knowledge, then what you have to do?
You have to come in the platform of goodness.
Yes. Haribo. Tatvat sanjayate jnanam. So only on the platform of goodness one can get a knowledge. So then Prabhupada was mentioning that we have so what all examples Prabhupada gave regarding the Ugra Karma, passionate activities? Prabhupada gave 3-4 examples. So who can tell all the examples which Prabhupada gave for the Ugra Karma, that is passionate activity? Somebody from online would like to give a try? Okay. Somebody from here? Okay, yes. Vishwambari Mahabru.
So Prabhupada gave the examples of big buildings. You're building 100, 125 stories. Then aeroplanes.
Correct.
A big building, big aeroplane. Then Sputnik.
Sputniks. And then at last, Prabhupada gave example of Ravana also. Hari Bol. So, because they are in the category of Agya, having no sufficient knowledge, so that's why they cannot see the Lord. Now, Prabhupada, after that, was saying the other side of the equation, that is Krishna. That Krishna is called as Adhokshaja. Then Prabhupada very wonderfully splitted the word Adhokshaja. So, can somebody tell me what Prabhupada was saying as per Sanskrit? What is the meaning of the word Adhokshaja, which basically is addressed to Krishna? Okay, let's. Okay, Nitin Bro.
Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada was giving that Krishna has been called as Adhokshaja because he's beyond the range of the sense perception. So yeah, so in that way Prabhupada was also explaining that in the aspect of Kunti Manan, that Krishna cannot be perceived by our material senses, like we cannot perceive or see Krishna on that particular way.
That's all right, but Sanskrit splitting here, the word, Prabhupada have splitted the word, how that word Adhokshaja is formed and what exactly is meaning. Yes,
So Prabhupada mention कर रहे थे कि जो letters रहते E, U, and end of that is Ksha, and the Sanskrit scholars are making these words from this E only, and like that A to Z also, the English we are making the words, and so, but Adhokshaja means speculation beginning from that A to Ksha, it will not act in that, so it is
so A to when Prabhupada gave A, Ksha and J, right? Yes, but
yes, so that will not act in the case of Adhokshaja. So that is the Prabhupada splitted that.
So Prabhupada was saying that whatever words one uses, words one uses from A to Ksha, so whatever J means born. So whatever speculations or whatever words which are get formed between A to Ksha, so the Krishna is beyond that. Then something happened in between. I guess somebody get up from the class. So this is a very wonderful lesson for us also. Unless we have some very important engagement or we have office, we should not leave from the class. So this is not instruction from me or somebody, it is directly from Prabhupada. So it is a wonderful lesson for all of us, that how attentive we should be in the classes of Srimad Bhagavatam, as well as we should not leave the class in between. So then Prabhupada in that context was speaking about the if we do not hear sufficiently, then what is the result? What are the consequences of not hearing or not present in the Srimad Bhagavatam classes? So can somebody explain? I see Varun Prabhu, your hand is up. Would you like to give a try for this question? I'll repeat the question because somebody has get up from the class. So Prabhupada was explaining about the importance of hearing. So what all Prabhupada have mentioned regarding the consequences of not hearing? So that is a question.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam. Yes, Prabhuji, Srila Prabhupada mentions that without hearing, hearing is our main business basically. We have to hear. If we don't hear, then our progress will be stopped, and that will be whatever we do, like we make buildings, we make temples, that will be a burden for us. It will not be Shri Vigra, it will be Galagra. Like the Guru has put a burden on our neck, now we have to just bear this burden for our entire life. Prabhupada is saying, rather than doing that, just go to sleep. That will be better actually. So he's saying that Shravanam Kirtanam is the most important. If we are not alert, even at the last couple of lines, Prabhupada says we have to be very, very serious at the end of the lecture about this hearing and chanting. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Haribol, Jai. So very wonderfully Prabhupada taught us this lesson. So the next thing is, then Prabhupada was continuing with the class. He was continuing from the word Adhukshaja. So then he was saying that he was explaining the difficulties to understand Krishna. So he was one by one, he was saying the difficulties which are there in the understanding of Krishna. So what all impediments are there to understand Krishna, which is explained by Prabhupada? Somebody who has not spoken? Saurabh Prabhu would like to give a try. What all impediments are there? Very simple. You can explain any one of the impediments which Prabhupada explained. Okay, give a try. Saurabh Prabhu. No? Okay. Somebody else? Mohit Prabhu would like to give a try.
So Hare Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada was mainly telling about three impediments. First of all, there is Maya, which is a stumbling block, which is giving us stumbling blocks on our path to bhakti. And next, he was talking about because we are fools and rascals.
How Maya is putting stumbling blocks?
In our bhakti, stumbling blocks like for sense gratification, for example.
Okay, basically it is
like a curtain.
Block of tamogun and rajogun.
Yeah.
Because there is no knowledge. Yes.
And also, we are like fools and rascals. We are like not coming on the platform of goodness. We are not trying to understand. Like he was telling it previously, like we are not taking to the process of hearing and chanting. And also, the last one is like Krishna is beyond our sense perception. He is Adhokshaja. So that's why also.
Correct. So these are all stumbling blocks. Very nicely. Haribol, Jai. So these are all stumbling blocks. And then the next is, now Prabhupada was explaining about how merciful Krishna is. Prabhupada have explained so many examples how Krishna is basically merciful on the jivas, just like our loving father is merciful to his children. So what all things Prabhupada have mentioned in that context, you can explain whatever you have noted down or you have understood regarding how Krishna is affectionate or merciful to all the jivas, not only to his devotees, because of course to devotees he is really very merciful, but not only to devotees but to the normal conditioned jivas who are not even looking at him. So Krishna is merciful to them. So what are things Prabhupada have mentioned in that context, that the Krishna is the most affectionate father? Somebody online would like to give a try? And who all have? Okay, Kishori Rani Mataji, would you like to give a try?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Dandvat Pranam. He first gives the example of a dog owner who takes a dog to walk, and whenever the dog is either passing urine or stool, the dog owner stops. He doesn't need to, but he does it out of his love. And another example he gives is when a father and son are on the beach, and the son is playing on the beach and building something, which is actually quite that's useless. But still, the father just is there and lovingly looks at him, and once he is done, he says, "Come now, let's go back home." So, irrespective of anything, both these examples, the master is lovingly takes care of his dog, and the father takes care of his son. Similarly, Krishna takes care of all of us, even if we are also in this world. Prabhupada says we are also coming to this world and just passing stool and urine, but still, Prabhupada is so merciful that he still loves us. And he also gives the example of the two birds on the tree, that one bird is eating the fruit and the other bird is just guiding and watching. And that is Krishna as Paramatma. And so he is always with us and he loves us, but he's just waiting for us to turn towards him.
Haribol, Jai, thank you, wonderful. So, this is how the merciful nature of Krishna. He is sitting as a Paramatma in everybody's heart. Sarvasya chaham hridisunya vishtu. Then Prabhupada was speaking on the word Mudha Drisha. So, what is the meaning of Mudha Drisha, and what is the problem with those categories of people who are Mudha Drisha? So, Prabhupada also gave an example also. So, can somebody tell that what is the meaning of Mudha Drisha? What is the problem with such kind of people? And what example Prabhupada gave for this? Of course, we should not say the name, but you can, yeah. So, does anybody would like to give a try? What is the meaning of Mudha Drisha? And what are the problem with those categories of people? Yes, Nitin bro. Mike. Sir bro.
ब्लू लाइट चल रहा है.
ब्लू लाइट नहीं आ रही है?
ब्लू लाइट आ रही है.
ब्लू नहीं, सॉरी, ग्रीन. एक दबा बटन दबा.
हाँ. Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada was first explaining what the Mudha Drisha in that slok means. Like Prabhupada, Mudha means rascal and Drisha means who cannot see, means actually blind. Prabhupada was actually referring it to like rascal cannot see. And then Prabhupada explained it further, like who are actually the rascal. Like many of us say, I am not able to see the Lord, and how I can see the Lord in that way. So Prabhupada again given the example of Bhagavad Gita from the Lord reference also, that how you can see Lord is everywhere. He's in the test of water and all. And then Prabhupada also explained like the name Sri Aurobindo. He quoted that name, that he is saying to his follower or some spiritual master constant, that he cannot say like you can just think of me and you can directly see the Lord. So it's a difference on that way.
So that is the, yes. Haribol, Jai. So that was the context of Mudha Drisha. And then Prabhupada was explaining that the statement which is made by Kunti Maharani, although Lord Krishna is my relative, he is my nephew, but if you speak in the Tattva, then Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is not somebody's relative or somebody's friend. Then Prabhupada gave two examples of, not example, but the two contexts, where Kunti Maharani was explaining that Krishna is not my nephew, but he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Arjuna, he was also having some friendly talks before starting of Bhagavad Gita, or at the start of Bhagavad Gita. But immediately, immediately Arjuna have accepted Krishna as his Guru. So that in that context, Prabhupada was saying that what the qualification for making a Guru, the qualification of a disciple to make a Guru. So what is the qualification Prabhupada was speaking to make a Guru? Yes, Saurabh Prabhu.
The qualification of making a Guru is a complete surrender. First, in the first, Arjuna spoke like friendly with Krishna, but later he said, Shishyasteham sadhivam tam parapranam. So he surrendered and accepted Lord Krishna as his spiritual master.
Yes. Haribol, Jai. So, Saurabh, do you remember the example Srila Prabhupada was speaking about himself, how he. So can you explain also that part?
So Prabhupada said in the earlier days he was very keen to listen about Lord Krishna, but
Listen from his
spiritual master. And in the first he didn't understood what is going on, but later he started.
So Prabhupada was saying that is the only qualification that I have. So then Prabhupada was explaining about that's the thing. So yeah, then later on Prabhupada was saying that in what all situation one cannot see Krishna. So if one remains Mudadrisha, then he cannot see Krishna. Just like if the relative is performing some drama, but he is in entirely a different attire, then one cannot recognize that he is my relative. So that type of curtain is put by Maya. So thus we will end our Q&A here. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada,
Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedant, Swami Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Thank you so much, devotees, for joining today's class. Hare Krishna. So we'll meet tomorrow again at 7:45 a.m.